No, 95, because I did it before.
Somebody's.
No, yeah, I did it before.
I printed a picture of it.
Yeah.
I forgot. I have tiramisu and chocolate.
No, I'm good.
Somebody bribed me with that yesterday.
Last time I seen you with red nose, I thought maybe you said drinks.
I hope the rustlers don't get that
No, for the special use purpose. We'll either be gut it and run new wiring, or it will be to tear the back bathroom and fix it. Because it's, my grandfather had that put in before the storm cellar. Knocked out blocks to be able to access the crawl space, but then to hold up the wall, so the wall is sagging in that part of the house. So we'll probably take that off. Just leave the storm cellar, probably just fix the wall. We'll see. Oh no, there's a lot to do. Oh yeah.
My sister.
It is 7 o'clock, we call this meeting to order, please rise for the pledge.
So.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call please. So we have to be friendly with our neighbors.
Okay.
Roll call please.
Todd,
Present.
Sam,
Here.
Orville,
Here.
Devin,
Present.
Monica, present, Bob,
Here.
Ben.
Present.
Alright, we'll move on to review and approval of meeting minutes, starting with the February 13th regular minutes. Any questions on that?
Make a motion to approve as written.
Have a motion and a second to approve as written. Any further discussion? If not, all in favor? Aye. All opposed? Motion carries. Move on to the February 28th special meeting minutes.
Ben, there might be some spelling errors in there for you.
I didn't catch it.
Any comments or questions on
Is
these
it my
minutes?
name or something? I didn't blow it, so.
Messaging and messaging boards. The first page.
Well, I don't really, that's not my decision. If they look like they mean what they're supposed to.
If there's no other discussion on these, then I'll make a motion to approve as written. I have a motion and a second.
Who seconded?
Sam did. Any further discussion? If not, all in favor? Aye. All opposed? Motion carries. Move on to liaison reports. starting with the marijuana coordinator report. Rachel,
Yeah.
when are the Nature's Pure Essentials, Vassar Greenhouse, and Ace Cannabis, like when are they really truly due?
Oh, I don't know. 4
You
months.
sent out the renewal notices, I'm just trying to get them back.
4 months from,
Okay.
then I sent, because they're due 90 days before, so I send it out 4 months in advance.
Gotcha, okay. Thank you. Any other questions on that report? If not, we'll move on to the zoning administrator's report. Any updates on any of the violations trying to push through the court?
Yeah, 40, oh, no, I'm not gonna say the address. This one on Saginaw Road was rejected by the court again, the other day, so, Officer Bailey is still out on sick leave or
Okay.
something, so when he gets back, he.
Did they give a
Yeah,
reasonable reason as to why they rejected it?
yeah, they, as far as, what Ben and I could decipher was they just simply couldn't read the writing on the citation. So,
You and who else? Ben?
Ben,
Not me.
not that Ben.
Oh.
Ben, Officer
That
Ben.
guy.
Well, I was just wondering.
So, what we're gonna do or try to do is just have him send those over through their system on the
So they're typed up and,
yeah, their system through the police car, because they're all on the same
Gotcha.
gizmo. But Ben was saying he probably didn't do that the last time because his boss, Ben, that boss is Ben, right? Yeah.
Chief
Guile.
yeah, chief guy.
Yeah, he was out on vacation, so they have to have, I don't know how that works, but they have to have him involved in sending that stuff over.
Gotcha. Okay.
Just
So,
one, two.
yeah, hopefully on Monday, he'll be back from sick leave, and then we can move forward on that one again.
Okay.
Ben just couldn't do anything, because he had already started.
Gotcha.
See, so, and then, the other one, the Walton Road, somebody else purchased that property, and they're in the process of cleaning it up now.
Gotcha.
So,
Okay.
yeah, they're gonna get it all cleaned up. And then, with the campground, the illegal campground, that gentleman that owned that had passed away. So now I'm in my research mode, trying to figure out who owns the property.
So I do believe they, and I asked because mother had to, deal with her father passing away. I do, from what she said, is that it should have been published in the paper for like debtors and all that as to who to contact for like any follow-up with the property. So that should be posted in, I don't know what paper, but it should have got posted in the paper as part of the legal proceedings of closing up the property.
Yeah, because right now it's still, everything is still in his name.
Right, yeah, but there should be somebody overseeing the property, and there should have been some sort of posting done to let, the way that was explained to me was like to let debtors and that know, but that should give us a person to reach out to be like, hey, this is a problem, this needs to be taken care of as part of
I
closing that
did
estate.
find out who, apparently, last month, February, there was a
Yeah.
loan taken out for that property, according to the register of deeds.
Gotcha.
The only problem with that is that the loan was taken out in his name,
Gotcha.
but he was already passed away for over a month. So, I contacted our lawyer,
Mhm.
and so he was away up north, of course, somewhere on one of his missions. So he's gonna check on it when he gets back and see what's going on with that. And, yeah,
If it's only been a month, it might be right up there in those papers.
could possibly be,
Yeah.
It has to be posted in 2 public places, like maybe ShopRite and maybe a bank or something. I seen one just the other day in Mayville Bank. And then it has to be in 2 different papers. And they can't be like,
right, they can't be like the advertiser thing.
yeah, the advertiser, that's what I was
Yeah,
saying.
there's a certain percentage of newspaper has to,
Yeah,
it has over a certain percentage of ads.
like Saginaw or
Then you
Setting
can't,
off Flint, or, you know, whatever.
yeah, you can't use that. But
Okay.
yeah, I'm on it and, all
Alright.
that stuff, so.
Cool. Thank you. Any other questions? If not, do we have a park and rec liaison report, or was there nothing to?
They're not from the park and rec really, but from the last trustee meeting, we did get the approval for the electrical lines, and we got approval for the outhouse for the year.
Okay.
I'm meeting the electrician this Wednesday over here at the park to get the lights in. He's gonna pick everything up this weekend, and then we'll go to work on it on Wednesday.
Okay. Trustee, verbal report?
That's what he just said. Also, they approved working on Walton Road between Hess and Kane, so that'll get done this year. Tear it up and do the grinding it up and then put down an inch and a half, I think it is.
Okay.
I didn't write down the amount that they're gonna put on.
2 inches.
2 inches,
Yeah.
was it? Okay, 2 inches. The park and rec thing is approved. They hired Stellar Moving Company to move contents of this hall to that hall, date to be determined. They hope to be in there sometime middle of April, before the beginning of May.
Okay.
There were other things, but that's the big guns right there. Is there anything else anybody has questions about? I'll look it up. They're gonna buy new flags for inside and outside the hall.
They will do. And the newspaper, the lawns.
Oh yeah, the lawn ordinance, the mowing ordinance is gonna be published this month yet, like it's supposed to be.
Oh, for the, like, coverage for the year
Yeah.
type thing, with the, okay.
I'll find the name of it here in a second if you want. Plant
No.
growth ordinance.
Gotcha.
Uncontrolled plant growth ordinance is the actual name. Ordinance number 49.
Gotcha. And that's the one where it's like, it's gotta
They're
be
gonna be-
posted, and then,
Yep, it's
Well,
gotta be in
then-
the paper and then they still have to notify people and so on.
Yeah.
They're also separately gonna be asking for bids for who wants to do the mowing jobs to support that ordinance.
Gotcha.
That's just
We
for
received-
properties that are in
Aren't in compliance
under
with the.
compliance, but not the ditches, like, I think Bob's crew done the ditches, that's something separate.
No, it's not roadsides, it's
Okay,
properties near house, you have to read the ordinance again.
right.
property,
It's
general
published.
property maintenance.
Say again?
date on the report?
The meeting 2 days ago,
Huh?
11th, March 11th meeting, 2 days ago. We also received a copy of the dangerous building ordinance, that they want to be worked on, which I assume seen is in our packets. However, the board did not say to send it to the planning commission. They just simply said to look it over. Talk about it at a later date.
Okay. All right, anybody have any other questions for Ben?
Oh, can I touch on that one? Your last one, you're talking about dangerous buildings.
I mean, I was gonna cover it again.
It's on our agenda. later.
Oh, okay.
I was
That's
gonna
what
cover
saying.
it at the additional business section on the agenda.
Okay.
Actually, I guess I didn't notice if it's on the agenda. I
It's
noticed in
not,
our packet.
it's not.
It's
yeah.
in our packet, just like it was Tuesday night.
Oh, okay.
But yes, there was plan to talk about it. All right, so with that, then we'll move on to the public, receiving and set public hearing dates. There are none.
Yes, there's one.
There's one.
I just didn't type that sheet
Okay.
because it's short and easy. It's just 664 Vassar LLC, medical and adult use processing.
processing, not the provision center?
Correct, that will come
So,
soon, but not.
Yeah,
It's in a
I just wanted to make sure.
Yep,
'Cause,
yep.
let's see.
So it's a renewal.
Yes, it is.
I said that. I was trying to.
Yes, it's a.
Processing.
Sorry.
Processing or growing?
Processing.
Processing, okay. Marijuana processing. Okay, then. Then I'll make the motion to set the public hearing. I am gonna forget what date that is. I will make the motion to set the public hearing for 664 Vassar LLC, medical and adult use processing, special land use permit renewal, to be held at the April 10th regular planning commission meeting that begins at 7 p.m. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
I have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? If not, all in favor? Aye. All opposed? Motion carries. So we'll do that at the April 10th meeting.
Is it 7, yes?
Yes. All right. So then with that, at 7:14. We will move to open the public hearing for Relief Farms LLC special land use permit renewals. Any member of the public received notice of this
Which one do you
renewal?
want?
The release.
I thought you were gonna move something forward. Did I hear it?
I'm gonna, when we get down, it's still
Oh,
planning
after
action.
public hearings.
Yeah,
Okay,
yep,
I
after
got
public
it.
hearings,
I got
yep. Any members of the public received notice on this renewal off of Oak Road that wishes to speak at this time? If not, then at 7:15, we will close the public hearing for Relief Farms LLC special land use permit renewals. And at 7:15, we will open the public hearing for Vassar Tech Farms LLC special land use permit renewals. Anybody in the audience received notice of these renewals that wishes to speak at this time? If not, then at 7:15, we will close the public hearing for Vassar Tech Farms LLC special land use permit renewals. And at 7:16 p.m., we will open the public hearing for Express 1D special land use permit applications. Anybody in the public received notice of these new applications that wishes to speak at this time? If not, then at 7:16 p.m., we will close the public hearing for Express 1D special land use permit applications. And at 7:16 p.m., we will open the hearing for Smoky Ridge Cannabis LLC special land use permit applications. Any members of the public receive notice for these applications that wish to speak at this time? If not, then at 7:16 p.m., we will close the public hearing for Smoky Ridge Cannabis LLC special land use permit applications. And at 7:17 p.m., we will open the public hearing for Eggers Excavating LLC special land use permit renewal. Any members of the public receive a notification for this renewal that wishes to speak at this time? If not, then at 7:17 p.m., we will close the public hearing for Eggers Excavating LLC special land use permit renewal.
What time is that? They closed it?
7:17.
Thank you.
And by request of representatives from Eggers, we will be moving agenda item 20 up to just after that public hearing. So this will now become agenda item 16, and everything will move down from there. So aren't changing plans or anything like that.
If I wanted to add 2 more years, is that a problem sometime in the future? Instead of every 3, we do it 5, or is it best just leave it like it is?
So.
Just not ask.
So every year you still have to renew, it's every year you renew the bond.
Right.
It's every 3 years you do this. We would have to look, because we also are, Troy had gone through the zoning ordinances, and we're not sure if that 3-year renewal period came because of when this originally opened, or if it was something that got knocked out of the original, or the new ordinance. But it's something that we can review and see if that's.
I don't think
that's
it's
the
that
case.
right now.
Yeah.
I'm just asking, as we
Yeah.
say, in evidence.
Yep. I don't foresee that being a problem. It just is how it's worded in the zoning ordinances.
Okay.
But otherwise, you're on, what is it? It was a 3-part plan. So are you guys on to the third
We really,
part?
what we've done is we've done just what we said we'd do. We went back and up to the side.
Yep.
Mostly I'm down deep.
Okay.
So I'm more deep than I am anything much Bob seen down deep.
Okay.
So,
All right.
we all set, guys?
We just gotta
We're in the middle of it
take,
right now.
yeah, we just gotta take the vote. Yeah. So anybody else have any questions on this?
The only thing I wanted to point out, I heard him asking before the meeting started about complaints. And nothing formal that I'm aware of, but I did myself receive 2 complaints last fall about the road.
About the road?
At night in the dark, it was just all slick mud. They couldn't see lines or anything.
Okay.
So I know that I went 2 days after the second complaint.
Mm-hmm.
It was the same person. It was an evening and a different morning, not the next morning. So it wasn't the same night involved.
Right.
A night and a morning.
But
she
the thing
was
when
done.
you went by it?
When I went by 2 days after the complaint came to me, it was already cleaned up.
Right.
But the day that she went at night and the day that she went in the dark.
I think I know who it is.
Oh,
So,
it doesn't matter. I mean,
No, it don't matter.
She said it was, and I'm just pointing it out
You
to
have
you.
my-
And I know 2 days later it was
right,
cleaned up.
but you guys got my phone number. You guys can call me anytime.
Yeah.
So,
I just wanted to point that out. That was
right, no, that's why I try to keep track of everything myself. Because I'm the guy down
I
there.
couldn't go the day she called me. So.
Thank you for bringing up I completely forgot to ask that question. So thank you.
What about all publishings and things too? I seen it's in here, so.
Yeah.
That was for
We
this
had
one,
copies
right?
of it.
Yes.
Yep. That one I didn't specifically ask because I saw we had the public publishing. Yeah. Anybody else questions? If not, then I will make the motion to approve Eggers Excavating Special Land Use Permit Renewal as presented.
Second.
A motion and a second. Any further discussion?
Who seconded?
Sam did.
Thank you.
Yep. If not, roll call vote, please.
Ben,
Yes.
Bob,
Yes.
Monica, yes. Devin,
Yes.
Orville,
Yes.
Sam,
Yes.
Todd.
Yes.
All right, motion passes unanimously. You guys are good to go.
Thanks, guys, very much.
Thank you.
And again, if you guys ever want to stop down or whatever,
Okay,
I'm
thank you.
happy to have you. Sarah, you be good.
All right, so then with that, we will move on to Relief Farms discussion and action. Relief Farms, this is just a straight renewal. You guys aren't changing anything on the site?
No changes.
Okay. Rachel, since Ben reminded me, has there been any complaints filed on this?
No?
Okay. Postings were done? Okay. You guys are still just doing the 1 class, 1C, 2 class, 2Cs there? You're not asking for any more? That's still the same amount that you had there?
Yep, for that entity, correct.
Yep, okay. All right, anybody got any other questions on this?
I'll make a motion to approve if you'll help with the wording like you normally put it.
So you are making a motion to approve 1 class C medical and 2 class C adult use special land use permit renewals
Yes.
as presented?
Yes.
Okay, I will second that. So I have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? If not, roll call vote, please.
Todd,
Yes.
Orville,
Yes.
Monica, yes, Ben,
Yes.
Sam,
Yes.
Devin,
Yes.
Bob.
Okay, so it's passed unanimously. We'll move on to Vassar Tech Farms LLC, special land use permit renewals. Any complaints? I mean, these sites are right there next to each other, so any
No
complaints?
complaints.
Yeah, and postings were done?
Yes.
Okay. Still just the two Class C and the medical and the three Class C adult use?
Correct.
Okay. No changes to the properties. I know you guys were building the building to the north. You guys in that using it?
Still no progress since
Okay.
last year.
Okay.
We have the first building operational, but we haven't made any progress on the second yet.
Okay. All right. Anybody else? Any questions on this? If not, then I will make the motion to approve Vassar Tech Farms LLC two medical class C and 3 adult use class C special land use permit renewals as presented.
I will second.
So I have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? If not, roll call vote, please.
Bob,
Yes.
Ben,
Yes.
Todd,
Yes.
Sam,
Yes.
Orville,
Yes.
Devin,
Yes.
Monica, yes.
All right. You guys are all set. Thank
All right.
you.
Well, appreciate it very much, everyone.
Thank you.
Take care.
All right, so next item is Express 1B special land use permit applications.
Pleasure.
Is this just is it overall a change in ownership? Is that
Yes.
what's going on here?
That's it. That's the only change.
So everything else, operation same licensing, not changing anything outside of that, just changing now that it's
Correct.
Helen's Safar, that's the owner.
Correct.
Okay.
And I think she was partial, and now she's 100 or, something like that, but.
Right. Would it,
The first thing on that one is she's not the one who signed it. It's her IDs, but it's not her signature.
on the DocuSign?
Yeah.
There's both of them.
It's not printed either, which makes it harder to read, but that one's fairly easy because it's documents. Which one are we looking at? By the way, make sure I'm looking at Smoky Ridge?
No.
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 Express
Okay, so
Way.
it's opposite. I might be saying the wrong thing. Hold on. Most of the information seems to be the
I mean,
same.
they are both
Similar.
She's the
both
owner of this one as
pure,
well.
yes.
But it does not appear to be her signature on that one either, but neither one of them are printed, so I don't know.
Are you saying they're not her signature because they don't?
That one, I can't tell. It does not appear to look like the right word. It's
Where,
hard to read a signature. The last page right before IDs.
so on the lease agreement?
That's the lease agreement. Yes, I'm sorry. This one has the other signature.
Yes,
But it's a,
she's the tenant on that, and then the landlord is somebody else.
So that one's the signature page is the landlord.
Yes,
There's
the
two
other
different
one,
looking signatures there. Neither one was printed. That's what my real
Right.
question is there. I didn't know who these people are.
yeah. The one for tenant, there's enough, looking at the DocuSign and looking at her ID, there's
I think
enough
that's
matching it's, that's who signed for the F tenant.
Okay.
yeah.
It's just a different landlord, which makes sense, because that is.
Right,
a
it's a
lease
landlord,
agreement.
right.
Yeah.
Well, I started out looking at the wrong darn book first. Sorry.
But yeah, I'm surprised that there's an actual signature for the DocuSign. It's not just a verified. So they did take the extra step and make it an actual signature for the DocuSign.
So in this one, it's probably a formality like they wrote it wrong, but it's platted. There's no name again. We ran into that once before.
Yeah, and I've completely blanked on asking the tax assessor what the difference is. I mean, everything that I can find online trying to research the difference between unplatted and platted is platted typically is talking about like a subdivision.
So this is probably not that.
It should probably be not. It should be unplatted. But as we all know, language evolves. That may have changed. That like that legal description may have changed at some point in time. And I completely forgot to ask the tax assessor because I would hope that she would be able to tell me what the difference is, because I'm sure it makes a difference for taxing purposes.
Okay, so
But I'll make a note again.
how did we run into it? What did we do with it last time? Just
I think
ignore that
it
particular
didn't.
paragraph this time because it doesn't really matter.
It didn't.
I know that
doesn't
it doesn't
matter.
matter.
Yeah, it didn't matter at that point in time.
Okay. Then on the next page, number 2B, how are they going to change the essential character of the area which is proposed? It says they are going to change the essential character.
What did you look at to?
Page number 3, question number 2B.
I mean, that's. I guess that's a matter of semantics as to what you mean by change the essential character of the land, because it was. And I don't know if this is just them concentrating. Well, yeah, but I don't know if they're just copying this from the previous one, and we just didn't notice it on the previous application, so they're just copying everything, and then she's just signing it. And maybe it did
Well,
say
it's
yes
the only
before.
one. Just so you know, it's the only one that the size of the print has been changed and increased and bolded. So that's what made me wonder if it's on purpose.
Right.
Everything else is
what I was
print.
what I was getting at though ultimately was it was previously undeveloped land. So by way of developing it, you have changed the essential character. That's what I don't know. I don't know if we just missed it previously, and it was that different size font and type because I don't have the book in front of me to look.
Okay. Well then,
Also, the question is just, will it change? It doesn't say, and how is it changing?
Yeah.
so it wouldn't give an explanation, but that's why I was hoping they'd be here.
Yeah.
Right.
Since they went out of their way to make the print bigger.
It could have been when they went back into.
Sounds like we were just going to get the original documentation, so we might have an answer here shortly.
Well, then I'll just jump ahead to my next thing. If you go to the next application,
Yeah.
they didn't fill nothing out. They filled out the first little bit and that's it. If it's a new application, shouldn't they fill out more? Shouldn't there be site plans and things?
I mean, the site plan was one thing that I had a question about. Like, yes, I understand it is just a transfer of ownership, but it should still have that site plan because.
Well, you just said, I guess I don't know because they're not here, but it's undeveloped currently?
No. What I'm saying is when this was
from
originally,
when it was
the
undeveloped.
very
Thank
first.
you. Now I
yeah.
understand what you meant.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Because they did mark it as an existing, or as structures pre-existing on
Right.
the property.
Right,
So, and there is no site plan in here,
right.
Which-
Well, they didn't fill out any of the information
Right.
after that.
which it should
That's the last
be,
thing they filled in.
the applicant is a proposed permit holder, a corporation, or,
Because it's new, too.
right, it's a new application, so it
You
should
don't
have,
fix that, Rachel? You don't question them on that? No site plans for new, no nothing?
Well, the next question before we go there is, maybe she has it, I don't know.
Well,
Or
I
maybe
mean,
he
I
has
guess
a
their
copy, I
site
don't
plan,
know.
because that's not I don't know, I struggle with these, this is so hard, because so Helen was the 60% owner, now she's 100%. Literally the only thing that's changing, like,
right.
so I really
But
struggle
before-
with these applications on like, what they really need to turn in and not, like it's
So-
silly to me.
So,
Not that that matters, but.
Right, but, so in the ordinance that allows this, it says anything greater than a 10% change, you have to treat it as a new application. Which means, if you're treating it like a new application, they should have had, like, even if it wasn't changing, if it was literally just copy and paste the documentation over that should have been in this documentation. Now, if that's the case, that's an easy thing to do. I mean, we know it is literally just a transfer of ownership.
And she was one of the owners anyhow, you're saying?
Right.
Yes.
I mean, I don't remember that. I don't go looking up the old one, finding it.
Yeah.
I expect it to be here. So, she was one of the owners and she's buying out the rest for something, whatever. You're gonna become the only one.
But our ordinance clearly states
Right.
more than 10%,
Right,
You
yeah.
know,
clearly.
yeah, but I kind of agree with Rachel, for something like that, she was already an owner. There should be a one-page thing that says, okay, this person now, instead of owning 60% of it, is not gonna be owning 100%, and everything else stays as,
Well, I mean,
Yes.
by the way of the application showing she is the only owner on the application, that shows that they're the sole, like, they don't have anybody else that they're, and the whole
Right.
point of the new application is for them to basically go through the process again. Like, understanding that, I think when we were doing it, it was more meant to be like, they're selling to someone else.
Competitor or something.
Not just a person's buying out the remaining shares of their, people they're working with. The ordinance doesn't differentiate that way. It just says more than 10% change, treat it like a new application. So, I mean, it's not. I don't think it's
There might be ways we can fix the application later
Right.
for this kind of a problem.
right.
There's several pages they didn't even fill out though.
Right. Yes, they didn't do all the checks, which
So,
again, that's just a matter of. I think this is the only time that we've had it where it's not like a true change in ownership. And the only other time that this has really truly happened is, I think, Starbuds being bought. I think that's the only other one that I can think of where it was like a true, like, full ownership change. But that said, yeah, I mean,
we just had one on CRG.
oh, that's right, I forgot. I forgot.
Complete
That was,
pages, site plans, all of it. Just had it.
so, yeah, I mean, the big things that jumped out to me, yes, is the application not all the boxes checked. I think that's, one there, and then they're just not having the site plans. Even though the site plan is not changing, I understand that. But even like Bob pointed out, CRG Buds, we just went through that, and there was a bunch of things that changed around the site that required the site to be updated.
Okay.
So in that case, like, I would want an updated site plan to make sure, like, because, and I don't know if it's this one or if it was Express 2. I do recall one of them they added on to the building. They added on part to it. Was that Express 2 or was that?
I don't remember off the top of my head.
I know one of those ones over there they added off to the front of the building. Do you remember which one it was?
Yeah, it's just Express one.
It's Express 1.
Yeah, that's the one where you
Okay.
put the building up without even any permits,
Right.
didn't get them from anybody, even including us.
Yeah. So in that case, then I would want a new site plan. I would want it updated. I know there's been development in the area. We should have a new site plan. And then, yeah, just, so completing of the forms to make sure, yes, I know it's just a check the box exercise, but they should go through all that and make sure that we've got it.
We can't do this other thing while we're talking about this one, but either Rachel or if we want to, we should come up with some changes to the paperwork then too. Because looking at this, I had no way of knowing it was just her, an existing partner, because nothing in here says she's the existing person buying out the other existing people. I didn't know that. I don't have the old one in front of me, and if I did, I'd have to dig through stacks of paperwork to find it. But we turn them all in now, so we don't always save all that paperwork.
Right.
While we're at it, it should get addressed when she does this, but she's missing page 1 of 10 of the rental agreement. I mean,
Of the lease agreement?
it starts with page 2. At least on
Your
my,
quotation, the very back.
missing, you mean?
Yeah, the very back. Compared to,
I have page 1 of 10.
Oh, I don't, it just didn't make my copy then.
Yeah,
These
it's on
books
my
are
copy.
Oh. Here.
I don't even know what it would say if it's important, because it's not here.
I mean, it's all the legalese as to defining the landlord and all that.
Well, I mean, page 2 starts with item number 4, so it's missing 1, 2, and 3 at least.
Right.
And my only question on the signatures on this one was, I don't really know who that
Right.
signature is. This is not the one I was claiming is the wrong signature.
Right.
I don't know this signature. That was the wrong one. I opened the wrong one first, is my problem. I looked over there and I thought he meant in the purple book. I didn't ask the name. I grabbed the purple
I
book.
don't mean to interrupt, but somebody that's watching this who's very knowledgeable just texted me the difference on.
Platted versus unplatted. Okay.
It says, property is platted. It means it has been surveyed, divided into lots, and a map. And he's got map, it's got the plot. Has been recorded. So that means if you subdivided it, and it's all there, and it's recorded as splits, that counts as a plot. Showing the boundaries, roads, and easements. Conversely, unplotted property refers to land that hasn't been subdivided or recorded in a plot, lacking specific lot boundaries and numbers. So
So then by that definition, everything is,
If
Everything
everything in
would
a
be
township
platted.
that's not an original section should be a plot.
should be platted.
Yeah.
Okay.
this
I
guy,
mean-
this guy knows what he's doing.
Yeah, I mean, I don't doubt that if that is the case, then we just need to make sure that
Just
we
because you
understand.
brought it up,
Yeah.
and I very coincidental,
Yeah.
he's watching, so.
Maybe we should just change the wording then to name if known.
Right.
Well, at least you need to.
Or take the question out.
I need
Variance.
to go, I
You
need
need
to
to-
know.
But the question's there and it's not answered, so that's why it comes
It's a
up.
lot difference.
Right. Well, because, and I think
Take the question out.
Right.
well, but I think
But
that
it's important
makes,
if it is a-
that is important if
Part of the
if the
name.
property hasn't been split, it's an original parcel, and they're selling off part of it for subdivision development, that means the part that's being sold off would then become platted, and you would have to have all the plat information for it.
Measurements and roads.
It wouldn't necessarily apply to this because it's slightly different, but I think that's where it gets confused, is because most of the time when you're talking about it, and I think it comes up in conversation, is for subdivisions specifically. But it does sound like, based on what he's saying, it is
As long
like,
as it's sectioned,
right, if it's sectioned off of and it's got a defined boundary, it's a
you could
flat
have,
piece of
80
property.
acres, and you're gonna make 10-acre plots there for houses. I have no idea, that doesn't qualify as subdivision.
Was it the
How
original?
would you know if it was
I
original?
think it's,
Because these originals are all on the deeds. I have originals from 1800s on
So
my
you have to
property,
call,
yellow
so
paper.
she would have to call original.
That's all you gotta do is go to register deeds, they tell you what it is. They
Okay.
tell you the original. If you've got an 80 and you've sold maybe only 5, you got a farm, you want your daughter to have a house, so you sell her 5 acres, now you've broken the original. And that'll be, now it's not an original because
it
you
would be then become platted at that
There you go.
point. Yeah, because because you had to do the surveys and define the boundaries, and I gotcha. Okay,
Yeah.
makes sense. I mean, so for this one, in
I wasn't gonna hold up over
Right.
not having a name, I just wanted that point
Right,
out.
but
But the
I'm
question's
gonna,
there,
I
it's
am,
resolved.
but I want to hold it. I'm suggesting to hold it up for the site plan.
The site plan, the building information.
Yeah.
lots of stuff.
But I'm suggesting we table it until we get a site plan and get that first page of the agreement.
Sounds like
Make
she
sure
has
the
it. Yeah.
make sure that the documentation is all completely filled out. Yeah, so everybody in agreement to table it until we get that information?
Yes.
Alright, so, then in that case, then we'll move on to Smoky Ridge.
I abstain.
You abstain? So Bob abstained at 7:43. Alright, so this one, I did see there was parts of the site plan. But I would still say, like, get the full, if nothing's changed, fine, but get the original copy of the site plan out of the original book if everything is remaining the same.
Also have her look at that question 2A, 2B, just change it to no if it's no. I assume that the real answer is no. If there's a yes, then I would like an explanation. What does yes mean?
Yeah.
Okay, I'd be happy to address that.
Okay, thank you. And then I would think the right person should sign it.
So
I
which,
don't understand why
the
you
last
think the wrong
page, page
person
12.
signed it. It clearly says Helen.
no, on the,
Again, that might be looking for what that's under, because I gotta go backwards in the pages now.
this is, you're talking on the lease agreement.
It might be the lease agreement. I apologize if it is, because I gotta go backwards until I find that in. Lease agreement, page 3 is the first page. 2, no, there's the information about it on 2.
So the tenant,
Okay, so
On
she's
this
not the
one-
owner, she's the, I mean,
but
that's the owner.
the landlord and tenant are the same signature.
Right.
So she hasn't signed the tenant as
She's-
being the tenant of,
Okay,
yeah. So
okay.
that needs to be, that
That's
should
why I
be the case.
questioned it 2 places.
Yeah.
Only one of them
Not-
should be her, one of them should be her name,
Right.
Right,
and she might be both, or the other person might be on both, I don't know that.
sure.
She definitely signed the applications, like that.
I'm
that I
talking
can
about
say
the
that.
last page.
But it is the lease agreement. Right now, with the way that this is, we'd be approving
At least to
a,
this person.
we'd be approving a license to a piece of property that she doesn't have the tenant rights to.
Right.
So that would need to get updated. And then, yeah, same thing, like I said, I mean, yes, there's pieces of the,
There's 2 parts of the site plan.
yeah, there's like 2 pages and they're spread out.
There's the safety floor plan and the,
Yeah. So yeah, so I would just want those updated in here.
Okay.
The,
yeah, 2 pages of it though.
and then the same thing with
I
the
didn't find the page because I didn't mark it.
medical and adult use. Again, I know it's just a check the box exercise, but just make sure that all the boxes are checked, that everything is there. I know it's a grow, so there isn't, they don't need a sales tax license. But that you did get the, the non-refundable application fee, all that stuff.
They're not due yet, are they, anyone? I meant either one.
You, I remind you,
I'm
you
sorry.
abstained.
So I didn't notice till right now, the page that is in here is only the fire safety floor plan. It's just 2 different versions of it.
Right, yeah.
I thought it was 2 different things. It's the same thing, but 2 different versions of the same thing.
Alright, so I'm at the same point on this one. Table it until we get the additional documentation. And this one, for sure, the right call is to table it, being that right now it would be approving a license for a place where
She
she
doesn't have the right to do
isn't
business.
as the tenant.
Right.
So, how's everybody else? Unless you got other questions before we table it.
My only other question might be about, so it's an existing, are they in growing?
Yeah, we.
So is there an issue there, or they're not in expiration period or anything like that, so they can still continue?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, if that were the case, like if we found out like they needed to have like kind of like with CRG where it was like time sensitive, then in that case, I would say we could do the part in the ordinance that allows us to give a continue, an extended.
Well, that's why I was asking, we
Yeah.
don't need to do that in this
Right.
case. It's not gonna affect anything.
Okay.
By tomorrow.
Table it for the same as the other one for 10.
Yeah, I mean, if
That'd be a smart idea.
it will be tabled until our next regular meeting, or if we have, for some reason, have to schedule a special meeting in between. And right now, there is no reason to schedule a special meeting, so, at least, not that I'm aware of. I gotta reach out to Alex again. So there may be a special meeting coming. I just don't know yet, because I haven't heard back from Alex yet. But, so everybody's in agreement, table it? All right. Then with that, so we don't have, Parks and Rec doesn't need anything, they haven't done, setting up anything. They're not, you guys are working on your budget request stuff?
That, and we are doing some, looking into some stuff like the permanent outhouse prices for things
For the
like
pit
that.
toilet?
Yeah, and the snow hill, of course, so
Yeah.
we're working on some stuff, but we don't have the answers on it yet.
Bob, I assume you returned after discussion, right? I just want to make sure
I
that
was afraid to speak. Troy was getting mad at me.
I just want to make sure so we can put it on record that you're returning. So at 7:49, you're returning. With regards to the sled hill, I would like to thank Mr. Ryle for assisting on getting some elevation information. I'm going to meet him out there Saturday, hopefully, and we're going to get just the elevation of that area.
Elevations and actual square
Square
footage
footage.
and actual height of your fill
Okay.
with a laser.
Okay, so he's gonna help us. He's gonna help with that. So I will be out there Saturday helping him with that, and I'm super appreciative of him helping with that.
Yeah, apples to apples.
So yeah, so if that's it, then we'll move on to, unless you got anything else, then we'll move on to additional business, which was the dangerous buildings ordinance. So the board of trustees, you said, just, they had it, and then they said you guys are gonna talk about it at a later date. But I would recommend that we also take a look at it, and I don't think our next meeting is prior to then, but if there are suggested edits that you would like to pass on to the board of trustees, I would recommend that you write an email to the supervisor and say, like, hey, this part of it, you know, I would recommend if you take an extra look at it, this is, you know, what I thought. But I would also like to, at our next meeting, if they haven't taken action on it, I would like to have like a more in-depth discussion on it. And Troy, you were going to say something earlier about it as well.
Yeah, so we have a structure on Sheridan Road that Safebuilt went over and condemned. I think we've got an email on that. So.
So did they condemn it or just, because I thought the understanding was that without this, they couldn't actually condemn.
No, they can condemn it.
Okay,
I can't condemn it.
I gotcha. Okay.
But we cannot move forward, if they don't do what they're supposed to do, we can't move forward. You know what I'm saying?
Move forward with,
Who's they if they don't? You mean,
Owners of the
Okay.
property,
so if Safe Built says it's condemned and whoever owns it doesn't do anything, we also can't do anything.
not right now,
And Safe Built won't do anything. They'll say it's condemned and that's it.
that's it. They're not gonna go in and tear it down, that's where we're at.
They don't get further involved unless we have this, then we get further involved.
Yes,
so this,
Something like
okay.
this.
Yeah, so I just want to make sure I'm understanding. So this isn't preventing condemning. This is only preventing us from not being able to remove it if
Right.
the owner won't remove it.
right.
Gotcha.
To move, this is the next step, and
Gotcha.
they
Okay.
don't decide to do anything, homeowner, property owner don't decide to do anything.
Kind of like the overgrown or uncontrolled growth,
Right.
whatever, where it's all like you got to do it this way.
Right.
If you don't do it this way,
That gives us the
Okay.
authority to go to the next step, which you gotta go through the court you know,
Right.
lawyers involved, go to the court grants us the permission or whatever.
Well, in the back of this, it talks about a whole different committee that you have to conform to, like, you have to have a contractor, there's a few other ones.
That's why we got safe,
Engineers,
we gotta have safe, that's why safe bill, that's safe bill.
So that would be something that would potentially need to be, where are you seeing that at?
section 9, dangerous building codes, and then B, membership, and it talks about have a building contractor, registered architect or engineer, and 2 members of the general
Oh.
public.
That's the
That's not
Board
them,
of
that's us.
Appeals.
We have to have that, in my opinion.
We won't have to have that, we have,
No, we have to have a board of appeals to appeal those decisions. For this, a dangerous building board of appeals. I don't know, we need some clarification.
Right.
Maybe they have a committee for that, but they're the company, so they can't be the board of appeals, in my opinion.
right, no, I think that goes through the state, but I don't know.
No, I don't think so, now, if you read this. I read it before, I didn't read it.
So-
because
Well,
I
how
knew
about
it.
if you give me a second and I will print it out?
Oh, it's right here.
No, no, not, no, this is something you got, okay.
Oh,
You just come in.
oh, something else.
But, I mean, the way that reads, yeah, it would be like,
You have to
it'd be a
have,
contractor, it'd be an architect, 2 members of the public, and then probably a representative from Safe Build would have to sit on it.
sure, that would make sense that they might have a representation.
Individual registered as a building official, plan review,
That might be them.
inspector, yeah,
That can be them,
right.
because they're already registered, and they're already.
Right. Yeah, so they would be the which, I mean, it makes sense, all of this, right? Because building con, you're using, basically outlining like, hey, you've got these two experts, or 3 experts, really, because Safe Build would be the expert at who's saying it's condemnable. Building contractor saying, yeah, there's no way of salvaging this. And then the architect or engineer also kind of
Planning Commission special meeting February.
summer.
Oh,
Oh, to be signed.
So it clearly states here that this is a board that's established by the township board.
Appointed by the township board.
Yeah.
And this is what?
This is from Safe Bill.
thank you.
Thank you.
Sorry, it's been on the letterhead or anything, it just come in and I haven't had time to transfer it over.
So this is just saying so this letter is basically outlining why they're condemning that building.
Yeah.
Right. The thing here, though, is in the ordinance, it outlines the ability, basically, for the way that I'm understanding it is the person who owns the building to appeal that it is actually not condemned.
Right in here, it says that.
Right.
Last paragraph. They have the right to appeal it to the board, I gotta find the word again, hold on.
Code official?
Board, appeal to the Board of Appeals. Now, we have the ZBA, Zoning Board of Appeals, but this is clearly calling out for a different one in this suggested ordinance.
Right.
And this is clearly stating in this notice from the building code guy that they have the right to go to some committee called that.
Right. Which we
That we don't have.
currently have.
And they have 20 days to do it with a body that we don't have.
Now, if the representative from Safe Build, if they are also a contractor or architect, if that's the requirements to have that job, that could,
I would say they would be number 4.
They would,
Read your numbers again, I think they would be the number 4 item.
well, and I don't think they could fill
More than
multiple
one.
positions.
Okay, no.
The idea here is you have a board of 1, 2, 3, 4.
At least
You have
4 people, yeah.
5 members.
Sorry, 2
Yeah,
members.
you have a board of 5 members, 2 people of the general public,
A
and
building contractor, a architect.
3 experts to hear the appeal. And then by majority make then the decision of like, does it still meet the criteria of being condemned?
One thing Troy could possibly do, contact them and find out if there's already maybe a county board that we then could alter this ordinance to use.
They go to the county board of appeals.
There might be a county board, building board of appeals or whatever it's called again, I've lost the word. But
Yeah, they're just board of appeals. I mean, I guess then the question is, yeah.
Then this draft ordinance, that's one of the changes that could be made.
Right, yeah,
To the Board of Appeals.
yeah. Yeah, membership, board of appeals, lies out who it is, what the terms
Daryl
are.
will know.
Yeah. He'd know if it already exists.
Daryl,
If he's
he'll
doing
know.
this in other communities, he might say, no, your community has to do it. Or, oh no, the county already did it.
Yeah.
You'll know where you're at.
Right.
And if the county already has one, I'm sure this wording could be altered to fix that. Vote to a correspondence.
Yeah, I mean, the only question there would be is, like, if we're using the county level board of appeals, I think people would then go like, well, are they gonna have our own community in their own best interest? Whereas if if
I'm
our
just saying,
board of trustees are appointing these people with the intent of it being people that are from the community, other than possibly this fourth individual, which would be from Safe Built, like they're appointing people that would have more interest in the community from a health and safety standpoint, instead of, a next step up government, which is just going to be like, why are we even looking at this? Why does it matter to us?
Right.
I mean, I definitely don't. I'm not saying it's not worth asking if that
We
exists.
should ask so we know,
Right.
and then we can go from there.
Right. But yes, if this is a thing that is preventing us from moving forward with like this notice, then yeah, I mean something definitely needs to be done. Well, I mean in 20 days they're not going to be able to appeal anything if there's no
Well, I haven't
place to
said-
record.
I haven't sent it out.
Okay,
Oh, they just send it to you? And
I
you-
just got it.
you just got it.
They don't send it to the
Matter of
people?
fact, I think you sent it to me today, right? Earlier today, didn't you? That was from Daryl?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I guess what I meant though is does he submit it to the people?
No.
He only submits it to you? Oh,
Gotcha.
so the 20 days hasn't started yet.
No.
Well, but the 20 days may not mean anything if there's no place to be able to appeal it to.
Right.
I already said that.
Yeah.
So I can go through and change the date or whatever as far as,
Well, I don't think changing the date makes any difference. The thing would be is right now it's condemned. There's no way to appeal it. So then legally, is it still even condemned? I mean, yes, it's been condemned by Safe Built, but because they have no way of appealing it, like there's no legal recourse
Yeah.
for them to follow up on.
right now, it's just setting in limbo land.
Right. Yeah.
Because we have to.
I mean, and I think even after the board the board takes action on this, or we recommend to the board, like, hey, this is the way we think this should look. Like, I think this one still remains in limbo because the ordinance would exist after the building was condemned. So then you would almost have to go have Safe Built come back out again and reassess it for being condemned with the new ordinance in place, so then you could follow the procedure. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. But yeah, so my recommendation, I know Troy has brought it up several times, is like we should all go over this. If the board of trustees, what's that?
On page 3, notify the Tuscaloosa County Sheriff Department, shouldn't that be our officers since we have our own?
Where?
Uh,
And you said page three, but it's not. It's not.
Oh, it's not?
There's no page numbers on
Okay.
online.
Section what?
Section 10, section A, the very first paragraph
It's
says.
not section 10. You're talking. Flip the first page.
Flip the first page,
Flip the
yeah.
first page.
Ah, okay.
Bullet point 10. Got it.
Should that be our township officers since we're, instead of the county?
only,
Well, I mean, that's another question, because it does say sheriff's department and a township clerk. So, well, and this is written, so is this a copy of one that's already existing from a surrounding community? Or is this something that, like, Safeville just gave you as like the,
Jumping off.
as a jumping off point? Not the letter, the dangerous building ordinance.
That came from the lawyer, which came from MTA.
Okay.
So it's
So,
it's just basic.
right, yeah, no, what we're trying to figure out, does it, like, me personally, it should probably be the sheriff and the local and the clerk.
I haven't seen a sheriff deputy car or anything around here in a long time.
I mean, they still have authorities,
Yeah.
they're just not specifically,
Active in our area.
yeah, we're not paying for them to be here for so many hours a week or whatever.
I seem to see them a lot.
I think too, yeah.
You
Yeah.
guys are probably speeding.
Well, no, you're back on your little side street, you're not out here running, because I do see them.
But I would think it would be both levels. It would be Tuscola County.
That's why I just wanted you guys,
Yeah.
everybody, guys put in,
Yeah.
figure out what you like or don't like or whatever, and then I'll submit it back to Michael, and then he can see whether or not it can be adjusted to the back. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like we did with the lawn thing.
Right. Yeah. So I mean, does everybody, like, because the next board meeting, and you just said it would be at a later date, right? Like, they didn't outline a specific
I
day.
don't remember it saying specifically
Right.
next month, but I think that's what he meant.
Right. So their next meeting would be the 8th, which occurs before our next regular meeting. So I would recommend, if there's like something very glaring, to
He did say go over for it next month.
okay. So then yeah, it would stand at, like, if there's something very glaring, I would highly recommend any member reach out and say, like, hey, this seems like a huge oversight. But I would still say we are going to discuss it on the 10th, because there's no guarantees they'll take action at the next
You're gonna
regular
read
meeting.
up on it and then.
Yeah. Well,
Okay, when you're back to the sheriff, and that could be just in a paragraph, but we're already paying Vassar.
right.
And I guarantee you, if you involve the sheriff, they don't have a contract with us, so we're gonna pay for him. So I think that paragraph should hopefully, and I don't know nothing about how it's gonna go, it should state that
Local authorities.
our chosen enforcement officer is
Right.
responsible.
Well, the reason I was saying both, like, so, like, the Vassar, who we're already paying, contracted with, and Tuscola, is for the additional coverage, because this says that it will remain unoccupied for 180 consecutive days. Like, so, if we let them know, and that would be just a matter of, like, figuring out what it would cost us. Is it gonna cost us for them, like, they're driving by and they look at the property and they're gonna bill us, for 15 minutes because
They don't-
happen to drive past the property? Like, I don't think that's gonna happen.
That shouldn't happen.
Right.
Because they are still your county sheriff.
Right,
They have all their same authority in this
Right.
township,
Just- we're not-
that they've always had.
right. We're just not paying them to
Right.
be here for a specific amount of time.
Right.
Right.
That doesn't mean we shouldn't have our
Right.
entity.
That's why I'm saying it should
We
be,
should.
that should be both.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. No, I don't disagree. I was just, I'm saying that's the logic that I had is you let them know as well, because it says it has to remain unoccupied for 180 days, and having more eyes on it is, better than just relying on just how many ever hours our local cops are around.
I think that's section 5, it answers the question, I think, on some of who the committee should be and made up by who. Section 5, paragraph A, the hearing officer shall be appointed by the township supervisor at his or her pleasure.
Well,
Well, but that's,
I would say that's safe work in this case. We've hired them to do this job.
Yeah.
shall be appointed, that's what the hearing officer shall be, the hearing officer.
But we, I mean, it might be also technically Troy slapped them because they're working together. I don't know.
Well, so to me, that seems more like a position similar to Troy, where it's somebody specifically appointed to, like, when this kind of stuff happens, there's a single point of contact to, like, move through the process of appeal and sending out the letter and all of that.
It's kind of general, and it says, officer shall be a person who has expertise in housing matters. What's an expertise? You have to have a degree in it?
Including but not limited to engineering, architect, building contractor, so it's basically what safe build.
It's the last one that's the part though.
Yeah.
Or a member of a community housing organization. What does that mean?
Somebody from like
Yeah,
HUD.
that is very basic.
Or does it mean your local
From the MTA. You know,
HOA
that-
group?
Well, but that would be different, right? I mean, I'm sure if there were an
Let's not
HO.
be looked at. I think this needs to be looked at
Right.
and then make decisions later.
But yes, to answer your question, like, I would think that somebody from an HOA would be like, oh no, we definitely want to be that person. Like, they're going to want to be that person.
Just a little bit of homework for you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks,
You're
Troy.
welcome.
All right. Any other items then that did not make the agenda that anybody had that they'd like to bring up?
So the open house and cleanup is on the same day?
The open house for.
Oh, yeah, I didn't talk about open house. Hold on. It's on here.
Weather permitting for the outdoor cleanup part.
It's the same day as the cleanup of the park. Whatever that date was, I'm trying to find it.
So we're
26th of April.
Thank you.
we're trying to trick people into being there for cleanup day. Like, come see our new hall. Here's the rate. Go clean it
It's
up.
gonna be later, and the supervisor would like them to change their time by at least an hour. Instead of 10, they would like it to be 9 in the morning for the park. But I
Okay.
remember the chairman of the Parks and Rec Committee clearly stating 9 is too early. There was too much dew on the ground last year. We need to make it 10.
Yeah, it was still pretty damp out there.
Thank you. April 6th from 1 to 3 p.m. 26. I read it and said it wrong.
26.
I just thought I'd throw that out there.
Thank you. It's in my notes, but I didn't look it up.
All right. Okay, if there's no additional business, then public comment.
Our official move date into the hall has been determined that it's the 23rd of April, it's a Wednesday. The movers are gonna be here at 9 a.m. and we have them for up to 9 hours.
The date was picked.
Yes,
What is that date again?
the 23rd.
So 3 days before the open house.
Yeah.
I do have a question as a member of the public. Has there been any discussion on the dumpsters like we've had in years past?
Yeah, that's going to be May 17th and 18th.
May 17th.
There was discussion over whether the gentleman will be able to do it or not. There are two differing opinions. One person said he said yes, and another person said he said no. So they're looking into that.
17th and what?
18th.
And it'll be here at this hall.
At this hall,
But
yeah.
we're at the new hall.
Makes sense.
That date was picked because it's the weekend after the Vassar rummage sales and stuff like that.
Gotcha. Any other public comment?
While you're on it, they approved a new rental agreement for the hall. They're going to allow alcohol. With the top of the
BYOB.
rules. No.
BYOB.
Well, no, you have to hire people. You have to hire approvable people. They
get
have tabled
certified.
until at least next month, purchase of tables and chairs.
I have a question about that.
Yeah, somebody is, going to pay half of it already.
And if somebody be sitting out in the corner with a washing up and a tap, and here you go. I mean, there's no
No.
bar or nothing.
No, they have to hire a legitimate
James.
company that does that.
So they're bringing their own bar and everything like that, just.
But you hire a company that does that, yes. So you can't do it.
Because I was just picturing
No.
Bruce over in the corner with the beer tap, filling it up for everybody, you know?
It would be the worst course.
Or they could serve out of the kitchen pantry
Kitchenette,
window.
yeah, kitchenette window or whatever.
Yeah, because once the catering food is out there,
But
I would set it up there.
We're on the dumpsters here. I've been kinda curious. Been watching, same truck picks up our recyclables and my other ones at the same time.
Really?
Oh, yes.
You should complain. to
I seen that
about
before,
that.
and the other people.
Yeah, and we put a stop to it, and, I mean, if you really follow the news, believe me, it's back to my wife, because she follows it too heavy, that all of our plastics are going out, they're not going to the landfill, they're going on ships. China's got them, there's actually, they dig them out in the ocean and they dump them. And they say there's a mass of them out there that is twice the size of Rhode Island already.
That's been there for
But still,
decades.
my point is, we're paying for it separate, and these trucks are coming and grab them both.
Let's put a tariff on them.
Yes,
Yeah, let's just do all the,
Well, so I don't know how Priority does it, but I know from my work, we asked this question of whether we needed because we do a lot of cardboard disposal. We asked them if we needed a separate recycling bin for cardboard. They said no, they take those back to a sorting facility. Whether that's true or not, but I have heard that there are places that do that, where they take the garbage to sorting facilities and sort it
I
out.
know
So
today at one.
yeah, so there is, it could be the reason that it's the same truck is because that's what they're doing. I don't know that for a fact, but you're saying potentially talk
If
to,
you if you know a date that it happened, they have 8 cameras on every single truck, so they will pull those videos and send it to us to show either, yep, trash and recycling went into the same thing, or trash was picked up here, recycling was
We
picked
have
up.
our plastics, it's been right along, it's been in the light colored tops, in a different truck.
Did it happen today is what I think she needs
Yeah,
to know.
if it
If
happened
it
today,
did, they can go to
I
that truck
can, yeah.
and they can find the
I don't know
evidence.
about today, and I know it happened a couple of
happened
weeks
to me,
ago.
happened to me, 2 weeks ago today.
It was a couple of weeks ago, I think, but again.
I think they just came through and I don't know, they just picked both of them
I
up.
will say, don't forget, not Priority, the other one, Republic,
yeah.
did say he sees a garbage bag in there. For instance, I used to put all my recyclings in a plastic garbage bag, and then I put them in the recycle bin.
Right.
They won't pick it up.
They won't
Oh,
pick it up,
they
but the
won't
garbage
pick it
truck will, because that's garbage if he sees the white bag.
Ah,
That is no longer recycling, that's garbage.
That could have happened.
If he sees a pizza box, that's garbage. That's
Yeah.
not recycled.
Right.
Yeah.
A pizza box can't be recycled. I said, what if you took that slimy thing out? He said, we won't recycle it because we don't know the grease didn't get on the other cardboard. You know, the old cardboard, the old pizza boxes always had the liner about
Yeah.
cardboard.
Right. But
And if
that's,
you took it out before it dribbled, the cardboard didn't have any grease on it.
but then again,
They won't
that,
honor
the assumption there is that the container was open enough for them to see
It
something
was
like
mixed.
that sticking
It
out.
was mixed.
Right.
Our plastics have been,
Right. But if they are doing it in one truck, other than those circumstances, that's wrong.
This new company said though that they were able to do it lesser than the other place because they have their own landfill. So I'm sure if somebody was that curious about it, they could check their landfill and see how much.
Well, I mean, that doesn't mean anything because
There's going to be.
people are,
Yeah,
there are people that literally will refuse to recycle. They will just throw everything away.
yep, they do.
Well, the thing Bob's talking about, I think, is the same thing I seen recently. What the heck's that reporter's name? But anyway,
Dave Bondi.
no. One of the ones from the big shows over the years, he's not on it anymore. Anyway, he did a whole report on recycling and how it's not what you think it is.
No, yeah,
we're not recycling in America like we think we are.
right.
So that going in the recycle bin, most of the plastic is not recycled.
Yes, if it is not economically viable,
Right.
it will just end up going to the landfill. It's
Most of
only
the
when it's
recycling doesn't
economically.
they actually recycle.
But,
They said in that report. I've seen that just recently.
um,
But I saw it on the internet, so you never know. It could have been a
Right.
4 years old
It's
article.
never
too.
wrong though.
No, but it could have been a 4-year-old article. That's why I don't know if it was current or not.
right. All right, any other public comment?
Make a motion to
But
adjourn.
last piece, I don't remember if you said for the paving, it should be Walton Cane to Oak, not Hest to Oak.
Oh, I said Hest Oak because that's what I was told.
Yeah, it's Walton
So-
Cane to Oak.
Cane to Oak?
Yeah,
So I've got it wrong in my notes then, I apologize.
Because has Caden's already done, right?
yes.
Okay, hold on then. So it's Cane,
Walton Hest.
To
Oh my God. you're
Oak.
screwing up. Yes, Cane to Oak.
I had said it incorrectly earlier because that's what was said at the meeting the other night. I wrote that in my notes.
Kango,
Yeah, that's what she was talking about, but they had done that last
Yeah.
year.
gotcha. Okay.
I
Bob,
fixed it now.
you
Make
make
a
a motion.
motion to adjourn.
Sam seconds, so I have a motion and a second to adjourn. Any further discussion? If not, all in favor? Aye. All opposed, motion carries, meeting is adjourned at 8:19.
Hey, did you get that address? Okay. That's,
Block wrap.
that's fine. Oh my God, look at
Yeah.
this.
He works at the sand company.
Right, he probably did his work in here.
No charge.
No charge.
He charges me when I come and get it.